Why did Jesus say, "My kingdom is not of this world"? In this video, we delve into the profound meaning behind one of Jesus' most striking statements: "My kingdom is not of this world." This declaration, found in John 18:36, was made during a tense moment as Jesus stood trial before Pontius Pilate. Understanding this statement is crucial for grasping the spiritual depth of Jesus' mission. This exploration aims to clarify how Jesus envisioned his kingdom, focusing not on earthly power or political domination, but on spiritual transformation and eternal truths. Let's begin by examining the biblical context in which these words were spoken. In John 18:36, Jesus states to Pilate, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight." This scene is pivotal, encapsulating the collision between the spiritual and the temporal. Jesus' words respond to Pilate's questioning about his kingship, setting the stage for a deeper understanding of his divine mission. To fully appreciate Jesus' statement, we must first understand the expectations of a Messiah in his time. Many Jews anticipated a political leader who would liberate them from Roman oppression and restore Israel to greatness. At this time, Judea was weighed down under the heavy hand of Roman rule, exacerbating the longing for a militant deliverance. Yet, Jesus presented a mission that diverged fundamentally from these political aspirations. Jesus' response to Pilate clarified that his kingdom was spiritual, contrasting with the conventional notion of a political or military realm. By differentiating between earthly and spiritual realms, Jesus underscored that his mission was centered on transforming hearts and ushering in a kingdom characterized by spiritual truths and divine love. What did Jesus mean by "not of this world"? The nature of his kingdom was innately spiritual, focusing on inner transformation and eternal peace. Unlike political or militaristic realms driven by power struggles and territorial disputes, Jesus' kingdom offered healing, redemption, and spiritual renewal. It aimed to bring about profound change within individuals, fostering a community built on faith, hope, and love. Pontius Pilate played a crucial role in bringing out the significance of Jesus' statement. As a political authority of the time, Pilate represented the confining and brutal realities of earthly power. His questioning reflected a misunderstanding of Jesus' form of kingship, a kingship that didn't seek to challenge Roman rule or incite rebellion, but sought to establish a deeper, everlasting kingdom. Jesus' assertion that his kingdom is not of this world redefined what people expected of the Messiah. It shifted the focus from anticipating a forceful political leader to embracing a spiritual savior. This statement reiterates the distinction between spiritual authorities, centered on eternal truths, and earthly powers, often grounded in temporal gains and control. A critical element of Jesus' mission was his commitment to non-violence. By stating, "My servants would fight if my kingdom were of this world," Jesus highlighted how his approach was fundamentally different from the militant strategies of worldly kings. Instead of advocating for power through force, Jesus promoted a message of love, reconciliation, and forgiveness, a revolutionary idea that challenged the norms of his time. The principles of Jesus' kingdom were firmly rooted in compassion, mercy, and love. Throughout his teachings, Jesus consistently emphasized these values as the foundation of his kingdom. His life and actions served as powerful examples of these ideals, offering guidance on how to embody these principles in our own lives. A central tenet of Jesus' mission was the power of spiritual transformation. True power, in his view, was not in domination or control, but in the inner change that aligns believers closer to God. This transformative power holds the potential to ignite personal and societal renewal, highlighting the enduring impact of his kingdom. Jesus' teachings remain highly relevant for believers today. Understanding and embracing his concept of a spiritual kingdom invites modern followers to prioritize internal values over worldly pursuits. It encourages a reflection on personal values, asking believers to align their lives with the principles of love, peace, and justice that Jesus championed. The call to allegiance in Jesus' kingdom is one of prioritizing spiritual over material values. This teaching challenges believers to examine where their true loyalty lies, whether in transient worldly matters or in the eternal values imparted by Jesus. His words inspire a commitment to spiritual principles that transcend momentary gains. As followers of Jesus, there is a responsibility to serve as ambassadors of his spiritual kingdom. This means living lives that promote peace, love, and justice consistent with the teachings of Jesus. By embodying these values, believers can help realize the vision of Jesus' kingdom on earth, serving as agents of change and exemplars of his teachings. Jesus' rejection of worldly power is in stark contrast to the mechanisms of earthly rulers. While they often rely on force and conflict to protect their domains, Jesus advocated a path of peace. His invitation to explore alternative ways of living and leading offers a refreshing perspective that transcends conventional definitions of authority. Throughout history, countless examples demonstrate the impact of spiritual values in action. From acts of charity to movements for social justice, these manifestations of Jesus' principles illustrate the far-reaching effects of living according to his teachings. Such stories provide powerful inspiration for continuing his legacy today. A crucial aspect of Jesus' statement is its timelessness. His message remains relevant, offering guidance across various eras and contexts. By focusing on eternal truths, his teachings resonate with people of all backgrounds, reinforcing his universal appeal and profound impact on generations. It is important to address common misconceptions about Jesus' mission. Some misunderstand his teachings, expecting political intervention or direct worldly influence. Clarifying that Jesus' intended path was spiritual helps in understanding the core of his message, emphasizing love and compassion as the central themes of his ministry. Jesus' concept of a spiritual kingdom has profoundly influenced historical Christianity. It has shaped theological discourse and ecclesiastical practices, impacting how the Church understands and applies his teachings. This influence can be seen in both historical developments and contemporary Christian thought. Living out Jesus' principles calls for practical steps that believers can take in their everyday lives. Practicing kindness, promoting peace, and advocating for justice are simple yet powerful ways to embody his teachings. These actions serve as tangible expressions of spiritual values within modern society. Aligning life with spiritual values promotes a connection to eternal truths that define Jesus' kingdom. This alignment invites believers to transcend temporary concerns, drawing closer to God's purposes and experiencing the fullness of life promised in Jesus' teachings. Spiritual growth is a continuous journey encouraged by Jesus' invitation to deepen our relationship with God. Greater understanding and maturity in spiritual life enhance our ability to live out the principles of his kingdom, impacting both personal development and broader community well-being. Jesus' life serves as the ultimate model for living according to kingdom principles. His teachings and actions provide a template for how to engage with others compassionately and justly, challenging us to reflect his love and grace in all interactions. Exploring love as a transformative force in leadership offers insights into effective Christian leadership. By leading with love, leaders can inspire positive change and influence others not through coercion, but through compassionate service and genuine care. The teachings of Jesus encourage global peace efforts, emphasizing reconciliation and understanding. The spiritual values he taught have motivated countless individuals and movements dedicated to peace, highlighting the potential for change rooted in his kingdom principles. Understanding Jesus' kingdom concept within contemporary contexts broadens its application beyond personal spirituality. It invites communal reflection and societal transformation, fostering environments that reflect the loving and just society envisioned by Jesus. Building community through shared spiritual values enriches collective life, encouraging growth and mutual support. Communities centered on Jesus' principles can serve as beacons of hope and love, demonstrating the tangible effects of living out his teachings. Integrating care for creation into spiritual practice acknowledges the interconnectedness of all life. Environmental stewardship aligns with Jesus' call to love and respect for all God's creation, urging believers to act responsibly in caring for the planet. Encouraging dialogue based on spiritual values invites deeper understanding across faiths and cultures. Engaging in conversations that emphasize common spiritual ideals fosters peace and reconciliation, bridging differences and fostering unity. To fully embody the kingdom Jesus described, we can take specific actions aligned with spiritual principles of love and justice. Serving others, advocating for fairness, and promoting peace and kindness in daily life cultivate an environment that reflects Jesus' teachings. In conclusion, Jesus' statement, "My kingdom is not of this world," challenges believers to transcend earthly concerns and focus on spiritual truths that transform lives. By prioritizing love, justice, and peace, followers become ambassadors of Jesus' kingdom, fostering a community embodying his eternal teachings. Through personal and collective action, his vision of a spiritual kingdom continues to influence and inspire, guiding believers on a path of true fulfillment and divine purpose.